Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Franki Chan, and this is the inaugural episode of Hot Chats on Twitch. This is actually a show that we've been doing on Instagram for the last couple months. The show born out of the quarantine, and basically every week I interview someone. And we talk about, it started talking about creativity and life in quarantine. And now that we're kind of pretending that those things are over and there's a lot of other stuff happening in the world, we're talking about all kinds of stuff. But since this is my first time on Twitch doing this show and this level of production, I'm gonna warn you right off the bat that I'm going to fuck up. But that's part of the fun. So tonight we have the cast of HBO's Betty as my guests. We have split them up into two groups. So yesterday I talked to Rachelle one-on-one, and then in a pre-taped interview. And then after that plays, we'll be talking to Moonbear, Ajani, and Dede live. But before we get to that, I wanted to tell you a little bit about iHeart Comics. We are a creative agency with a focus on music and entertainment, and we have just launched our Twitch channel. We're going to be having 5 shows per week. There's shows about politics, comedy, this talk show, DJ shows, and all kinds of special stuff coming up. So definitely follow us and tune in for all the good stuff. Let's see if I can figure this out. It would be terrible not to mention that today is, let's see, let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, yes, going to this version. It is Juneteenth. I wanted to give a shout out to everybody out there marching. I wish I could join you. It is I definitely support the movement for this to be a holiday, and I don't know. It is a very important day, and wanted to bring some attention to it. And with that, I wanted to play a couple videos just to kind of cue things up and see if all these buttons work. So first and foremost, I'm going to play the latest single from our buddies, Horror. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, all these buttons do work. Right? No. Yes.
You have
No.
to push play on the actual window to the right.
Where's the window on the right? I'm talking to Eric. He's our guy. Not that one.
It's the YouTube video.
Oh, here it is. This is how it works.
I put my trust in you, and you led me to the fire. I got a taste for revenge tonight, and no one's gonna leave alive. No witness, no witness, no witness, leave no witness, no witness. Right or wrong, bring them all, burn them all, leave no witness. Burn it down, shut them down, look around, leave no witness. Activate, I slash your face, you let the violence escalate. Cheesy song, you're the blunt, fuck your wounds and fuck your brain. All the lies that fuck my brain, oh my God, I'm gonna say, tell me devils call my name, let the visions put it first. You told my country lies and you told me that I should fight. I put my trust in you and you led me to the fire. I got a taste for revenge tonight, and no one's gonna leave alive. No witness, no witness, no witness, leave no witness, no witness. Government issue, I want it, a statement coming down. All you pretty snakes, slime, fake, fucking screw, always in my fucking face, stay right in your fucking place. Hey, it's time I heart of me, you feel one thing, you can't relate. Yeah, no, witness, you asking for forgiveness. Yeah, I'm talking to my shitless. Yeah, no, witness, you asking for forgiveness. Yeah, I'm fucking endless. You told my country lies and you told me that I should fight. I put my trust in you, and you led me to the fire. I got a taste for revenge tonight, and no one's gonna leave alive. No witness, no witness, no witness, leave no witness, no witness.
All right, that was horror, and if you guys don't know who they are, they're a Los Angeles-based duo. They're fucking awesome dudes. They're one of the best bands I've ever seen live. That's off their latest single, which just came out today. It's 2 songs. IR Comics has also released a single by them called Neighborhood Watch. You can find that on everywhere where there's music. So let's go to the next video real quick. And this is going to be a trailer for Frida Got a Gun. This is the documentary of Big Frida. It's focused on the police shooting of her brother. The trailer came out this afternoon, and it debuts tomorrow online. But I need to figure out.
It's going to be behind there.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm still figuring all this shit out. But let's watch this trailer.
Girl down. I'm the one and only Big Frida the Green Diva representing right here from New Orleans, Louisiana. You already know.
The death of Big Frida's brother, Adam Ross, marks the second fatal shooting in Central City this month.
When are they gonna wake up and realize they're not the givers or the takers of life? It's time for a change.
There's a lot of dynamics to gun violence. Ain't nobody just jumping up saying, I'm gonna be a killer.
The young guys that I see come to jail today, getting younger and younger.
I was thinking about carrying a gun when my dad died. I just felt that I needed protection.
Young man got gunned down in a car, and y'all tell me it ain't time to pray?
We have allowed the black community to be abused to such a degree. Society has to take responsibility.
We have to stand against a culture of destruction so we can stop putting beautiful black men in the ground.
New Orleans has to change. It has to wake up. The violence must stop.
So yeah, that's a documentary about Frida. She's one of the most incredible and inspiring artists I've ever come across, and I'm so proud of her for putting herself out there in that way. I can't wait to see it. One last trailer before we get to all this Betty stuff. I wanted to show the teaser for the new Candyman movie because one, it's incredible, and I think it speaks very very well to the themes of today and everything going on, as well as looks like a great movie. So here we go. cool. Who's seen the old Candyman? I actually just saw it for the first time just like a couple months ago. And it's so good. Anyways, I know what you guys are all here for. You're all here for Betty. So before we dig into the new interviews and the exciting announcement about the new season, let's just do a quick recap. Let's show the official Betty trailer.
Yo, are you here for the girl sesh? I guess. See, I told you word of mouth. You know the new word of mouth is the internet, right?
Right, she said the internet was the new word of mouth.
She's still here.
Hi, Camille.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, I love. Yo, Farouk, who is that?
That's Indigo.
Have you ever skated before?
No?
Well, maybe I can teach you how.
I love you.
You have the jerk?
Mm-hmm.
You're a jerk.
Oh my God.
All right, well, let's watch it.
Shit! What?
What do I do?
Go say hi.
I think I saw you earlier. Looked like you were gonna say hey, but then you didn't. No, that wasn't me.
Give me that.
What the hell you guys up to, man? It looks like you're on some kind of fucking mission.
This girl has been talking shit, and I'm trying to find her.
Oh, hell no. We're about to mob, yo. We need to get out of here. We need to go.
I thought it was her birthday.
It is.
Yo, you following me? You need to watch your mouth. Go the fuck home. Shut the fuck up. You're so volatile. I never know what you're gonna do next.
It's called being down for my girls. I had your back. Peace, you're welcome.
Oh, shit.
What? Who are we hiding from?
I don't need to explain myself.
Honey Bear, are you serious? I want to stop fighting the patriarchy and just start helping the matriarchy.
Since when did you get all peaceful?
Since yesterday.
What's up with you?
Bambi.
Yo, why are you holding on to baby so tight?
I'm like a trap. I let me.
Oh, I just. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, I didn't think you would actually fall.
Yeah, what's up, Betty? So, here we go. Up, there we go. So, that was the trailer for Betty, and now let's get into my interview with Rachelle. So this happened yesterday. We talked for about 20 minutes, and because she couldn't be here today, but then right after that interview, I will be live with Moonbear, Ajani, and Dede, and we will talk all things Betty and all kinds of other stuff. So let me see if I can figure this out. It's ready to go. Oh, actually, you know what? Wait, sorry. One second. I'm trying to figure out where the cameras are. Let me go to this slide real quick and get off this and play. No. Where's the season 2 bumper? What camera is that on? I'm talking to my tech guy. Is that in this one? Hold on. Guys, I will figure this out.
Let's go to the interview. I'll help you find it.
Boom. No. Okay. We'll play that later. They announced yesterday Betty's season 2. So excellent timing. Okay, we're gonna cut to. I clicked B block. And.
Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up? Hi, Rachelle.
What's up?
Thank you so much for coming on the show. This is our first show on Twitch. So we started doing this show when the plague swept the earth, and we kind of needed some stuff to like do and kind of keep our name out there. So I started the show called Hot Chats, and we were doing it on Instagram Live, and now we're doing it on Twitch. And that's exciting because we get to do more produced stuff, and there can be things like more than one person, since hence having all of skate.
All the girls, yeah.
Yeah, and also we can do pre-recorded things like this. So thank you so much for taking the time to like do it.
Oh, thank you for like asking us. It's also, I'm so down.
Awesome. Yeah. How are you? How are things? How has life been?
Life's been, you know, it was weird at first, but it's slowly getting back to normal. But there's still this like anxiety all the time about like stuff. But it's still, I feel like I can't complain at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting because, I mean, there's this collective experience that we all shared, right? Where there was a coming wave in March, we all went quarantine, and then you and the girls had a different experience where amongst all of this, you had a television show come out.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to like figure out like kind of what the duality of that feeling was, because I'm sure that was conflicted.
Yeah, I mean, like you were there when Skate Kitchen came out and we did all those like parties. You organized the parties, so that was like something that we were looking forward to, but it wasn't possible. But you know, none of us were angry or like. Honestly, it was kind of like relieving too.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was cool to like actually be home and watching it with everybody else and experiencing it exactly how everybody else is experiencing it. It was also, you know, something to look forward to, and it just made us miss going outside even more. But it was never like a you know, a negative feeling. If anything, it made things more exciting in quarantine for us, for me.
I almost feel like maybe it like helped the show too. It's like you weren't competing with summer. You were like, you guys got a chance to come out in this open window when there wasn't even that much else going on. So you could really get the spotlight.
Yeah, everyone was at home. So it's like nothing better to do but watch TV. So we kind of, I think, got lucky with that, possibly. I think quarantine made the show more likable. Yeah. Yeah.
Where are you now? You look like you're in an elevator.
No, this is a fridge. I'm in like a corner right now because the walls are white kind of, so it's like I don't know. I didn't want to be in my room.
Fair enough. What in the early days of quarantine, what kind of stuff did you do? Like, did you discover anything new? Did you like?
Oh, I started playing guitar and then I quit.
Why?
Because like, okay, so what happened was, you know, it hurts your fingers a lot. So like I got through the first week with calluses, but then I went to like Maryland for 2 weeks and I didn't like bring my guitar, and then the calluses went away, and then I got them again, and then like I just, it's like being consistent, and I wasn't consistent. So.
What was the inspiration behind learning it? Like, was there a song that you wanted to learn?
I just like was like, I always wanted to do it, and I'm gonna relearn it again. I'm gonna go in actually and not. I have to commit to my fingers hurting, and not really an inspiration. I just like always thought it was cool.
Yeah. I learned how to play good. I went through this really intensive session of learning it for three months. I wrote 6 songs. Whoa. I performed all the songs once, smashed my guitar after the show, and never play it again. I was moving from Indiana to Bellingham, and I just wanted to put on this performance.
That's so funny. That's like something that's pretty cool though. You just like smash it after and you're done.
Yeah. I mean, I've picked one up and just played like, I can play like Free Fallin' by Tom Petty. That's like the one song I can play.
So it's like, so if you see one hanging around, you'll like pick it up and just mess around.
Yeah, I'll only play Free Falling.
That's cool. I know how to do one little riff. Like that's this song called Brazil, and that's all I know how to do.
All right. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories of you when we were working on Skate Kitchen together, and also to give some context to those watching, Skate Kitchen is the name of the movie that led into Betty. It's also the name of the group of skateboarders that you're a part of.
Yeah.
Actually, like, why don't we pause there for a second? Why don't you explain Skate Kitchen? Because it's not just you and 5 people. It's kind of it's more of a concept, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it's more of a, I mean, like, originally, if you want to go far back, it was just an Instagram page that we created called Skate Kitchen. We wanted it to be more of like because we didn't see a lot of girls in the East Coast being represented. We saw a lot of girls from California skating. We were like, there's no like page. So we wanted it to be like just like an Instagram that we all could just post stuff and post other girls and like really for ourselves. And I guess it's just like a group, but it's also like anybody. It's not really like tied down. Like some people are like, how can I get in? It's like there's not really like you don't get in. It's just it's like a loose group, I guess.
It's like a movement.
Yeah, I guess it's like a movement. But I think maybe like they see now it's kind of like they see us as Skate Kitchen as like a crew, but it wasn't really meant. We didn't really like want it to be anything. It just kind of happened.
Do you feel like Betty is replacing the crew term, or for you guys specifically, or are you trying to keep that exclusively just to the show?
Well, I think the reason we were like we can't name the show Skate Kitchen because it was too confusing.
Mm-hmm.
It like caused a little bit of problems sometimes. Like it was just like weird, and so I like more the show being seen as Betty, and like us as Betties or something.
Right.
Yeah, but it's the same idea. Like both are terms that are like kind of mocking something and trying to reinvent it. And, yeah.
To circle back around to my favorite memory or memories from the Skate Kitchen time was, like when I used to go over to Crystal's apartment, Crystal Moselle, the writer and director of Skate Kitchen and Betty, just for the viewers, when we were working on the marketing for that movie, like I would spend a lot of time at her apartment, a lot of times like days in a row, just crashing on the couch, and we would wake up and like work, and you and the girls would always just randomly be there.
Yeah.
Constantly, just like there was like it was as if there was nowhere else for you to go but Crystal's house. And you and I would like sometimes in the morning go and get coffee.
Yeah, I remember that.
And you would also randomly just do push-ups.
I definitely would do that, but I did that around you. I don't remember doing that around you.
Yeah. There was one time we were just talking, and you just broke out and started doing some like push-ups, and I was like,
that's really funny. Wow. Well, sometimes, yeah, I mean, back to Crystal's house, like we just go there randomly. Like it's not, the thing is, Crystal is so cool that she doesn't care. Like she's not, like for me, actually, I don't really like people. Like I'm like, oh, you want to come over? Like I get more weird about people coming over. I don't know why. Well, I'm just not as like open. Like she just is like, come over, whatever. She just has that. So we just do that. We like, all right, we just go over and sometimes like a new person.
It was great.
What happened?
It was great, and it wasn't just like hanging out. Like there was always a project, like there was always like something to be done or some plan to be had or somewhere to like go. It brought so much energy to the house.
What was she doing? She was doing something, and I was just like, I think I brought my camera, and I was just like recording her, like doing her work. Like I remember recording her just typing, and I think you were there.
Yeah, she was working on a pitch. She was working on a pitch for Black Widow.
Oh, whoa.
I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about that, but
I didn't know that.
It doesn't matter now. That movie's made, and someone else got that job. But yeah, that was pretty cool time. So like, do you want to talk a bit about like how you and Crystal met and kind of like how that relationship has blossomed? Because it's to me, it's an incredible story, and it's been great to see, this idea go into so many forms, from the short film to the movie, now to the television show.
Yeah, we met on a train, on the G train. And I was visiting Nina because she lived in the city. I lived in Long Island, and she just like wanted to get to know us. There wasn't even like she wanted to do a story about us. She just wanted to get to know us because she thought she just found us. I don't know what she found striking in us. I think it was because we had boards and she'd never seen that before. And so we got to know her, and then she's just like, you know what? Why don't we? Well, she asked if there were more, and then we had the other girls come, and then we just made the short film. And that was something totally I think she was like really taking a leap with that one because we had no acting experience, nothing, never did anything in our lives like that.
Which is crazy because the acting in the short is great.
Thank you. I mean, it was all because of her, and just also it was like she kind of did the same thing throughout the whole Skate Kitchen and Betty, where it's like kind of you can improv it, and it's very much like we have control over it, which feels good. And then like we made the movie after the short, and then we made the show like after the movie. So kind of just naturally kind of progressed.
Do you feel like acting is something that is now in your blood? Like, do you want to pursue it?
Yeah, I do. But I also want to do other stuff. Like I like writing, and like the cool thing is that we were consultants on Betty, and we were in the writer's room, and we were like able to pitch our own ideas, and they like listen to us,
Yeah.
It's cool to be respected by like people who don't need to respect us. Like we're not writers, but they respected us. So it was cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And also, I just saw the news about 30 minutes before we are broadcasting this, season 2.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited.
When does that start? Like, or I guess when do you guys start working on it? Or has it already been worked on?
I know that they like did like a pre-room, writer's room, but I don't know, anything else. Like they didn't. I don't know when we're gonna film. I don't even know how it's gonna work, right? Because it's like we're still kind of in COVID.
Right. Yeah. That's true. I mean, the one day that I came to set and saw you guys, it was crowded.
Yeah. Was I there? I might not have been there that day.
You were there, but it was late. Like I didn't show up until like 2 a.m. It was
that time. It was like the deli scene with the Nina board. Were you there for them? When she threw it? Were you there when she threw it and it didn't break the first 2 times and she was like pissed?
I think I missed that. I think I left right before then. I was there for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm tired.
It was so funny. She like threw it, and we were like the whole night. That's all we were waiting for. Like everyone was just like waiting for that because we knew it was gonna happen. So everyone was just waiting for it. She throws it finally, doesn't break. Like it was and it was just silent after, and everyone just started dying laughing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because you only get one try on that, so like to do it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it kind of like fucks up the entire day when it's not.
Yeah.
So, what's kind of been your personal reaction to it? I mean, we touched on this a bit, but like now that it's over, and you kind of live through it, like is like this, like the scale each time that this has happened has gone up, right? Like the amount of people that HBO can like reach is way higher than what Sundance can reach, or in indie film movie theaters versus a short film. And like it's almost like you guys are like the teenage version of Spider-Man. Like you've been rebooted 3 times now. So like, is that weird too? Like, do you have people that come up to you that like only know you through your character and are like super confused about which version of the character you are?
Yeah, that's happened. But I mean, in New York, the skate community is so small. Everybody knows everybody.
Right.
It's more than somewhere else where it's like if someone doesn't skate or something. But nothing has changed really. Like it really feels the same. Like I don't know. We just. Honestly, I mean, I guess the only thing is like I get more nervous going to skate parks. because I feel like a pressure. I don't know why, but I mean, not
Well,
anymore.
I mean,
Before I did, after Skate Kitchen, I was really nervous to go to parks, but then now I'm kind of like, whatever.
well, like I guess like, do you feel like there is a, I mean, obviously there's a version of yourself on screen and a version of yourself in real life, but there's also a lot of similarities because they're kind of based on your life, you know? So like, do you feel that, or where does the real you end and the fictional you start?
You know, well, in Betty, I'll just talk about Betty. Like,
Sure.
It's like Bambi's not real. You know, my friends are real, but Bambi isn't real, or anyone I know. Like, you know, it's like, but then I guess channeling what I would do if I liked a person, like that's what I would probably do. I'd probably be super awkward, and I just know that that's what I would do. So it's like playing my, like, knowing, like putting myself in the situation, you know, how I would really, cause that's the cool thing about like being able to play a version of yourself is like, there's no wrong. It's just like how I would be anyway. So
yeah,
you know, so that's the cool part. But there is a weird thing though, where it's like when I wasn't on set, I didn't know what to do with myself because all my friends were there and like my whole life was like somewhere
on camera. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, what do I do? Who am I today? Like,
that is weird. It's also like, you just kind of made a point that I think is interesting. It's almost like emotional practice for things that you have to deal with in your real life.
No, okay. So one weird thing, this is like a thing we talk about with Skate Kitchen and Betty. Like a lot of the stuff we like film will come true later. We'll be like, oh my God, it's happening again. Like it's happening. And so we do kind of get practice.
It's like if only I could practice like breaking up with someone or getting broken up with, or like, you know, and like going through those like emotions in a much more extreme way because I'm acting than I would in real life. It's like, then I can deal with it better.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's kind of a mind fuck.
Yeah. Especially when it's like at the places you actually go to. Like I live in that world in real life. I mean, it's a little different, I guess, but it's still the same skate parks, the same places, the same people. Like, so it's kind of, it's a little weird sometimes.
Yeah. Are you guys, one of the things that I always really loved about Skate Kitchen was that off camera, or like just as y'all in general, like you would host like skate shops and meetups and kind of be a support system for, is especially girls and women wanting to get into skating, but kind of just, you know, just kind of being available as supportive in individuals yourself. Is that something that you're keeping up?
Well, you know, quarantine kind of messed that up, but I have a lot of friends. Like there's this group called Skate Babes, there's this girl named Brianna King, and there's like a bunch of other girl groups now that do that more.
Right.
Like if I do a meetup, I don't really do like big meetups because I get nervous with, like, I feel like everyone in the Skate Kitchen kind of gets a little shy, like to do those kinds of things, but we try anyway, but it's never like huge. But other girls like Brianna King, she does big ones and it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've definitely noticed in the couple years since I've been in your guys' sphere, at least in Los Angeles, there's been like a lot more of it. You know, like because it was never a thing prior. Now it's a thing, and it's great.
Yeah, I mean, Nina does them a lot, actually. You know, she's the one really who would do them because she likes doing them, and you know, and then some girls got inspired by Nina doing them. Nina got inspired by other people doing them. It's like been going on for a long time, but like more people are doing them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to like talk to anybody right now without at least bringing up kind of some of the things going on in the world.
Yeah.
Is there like how do you feel about the like current movements and you know I think you know I'm definitely like in a different generation bracket than like you. So how do like one I feel like you guys are kicking ass in a way that my generation for the most part failed to like do.
Yeah.
And And two, it's like, like, are there things that you want to say about it, or like ways that you think people can help?
Well, I think the main thing is, I support like Black Lives Matter movement, and it's been really cool seeing everyone come together on like social media and like really just educate, because I learned so much the past like month that I had no idea, and like I think the main thing is just educating yourself and taking the time to like look up things yourself, and then just donating when you can to different organizations that support what you believe in. And that's really what I have to say about it. Like I just support them and agree.
What about voting?
Voting? Oh yeah, vote for sure. I'm getting my absentee ballot, and I'm gonna do that. So I think everybody should vote.
All right, good.
Online, it's easy. You just look up online, register, and then you're done. It's like have your ID, you're good.
Super easy.
Yeah, it's really easy.
I mean, that's the thing. If everyone that's posting things on social media also voted, we can make some serious fucking.
Yeah, I understand why. Like, I like how they're posting links to like register to vote, because, it's hard if it's not in your face sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's
it's true. It's also can feel frustrating with just how the government and the world works in general. But like, if there's any proof that voting works, it's Donald Trump and himself. Unfortunately, it's like, so let's get our. I'm not gonna say let's get our own version of Donald Trump. Let's get someone much better and
I agree.
Replace.
It's really annoying, like hearing people. Like it's hard. Like I'm from Long Island. Like there's a lot of people I know that I like don't like right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I know we're kind of running over on time a bit, but I just have a couple really quick, kind of more fun things to ask.
Okay.
What happened to the banana?
I still rep it. I just don't like post it all the time now, because people know. It's funny how that even happened. I didn't even try for that either. Like it just happened.
What do you mean? Like it was like a thing that you guys drew and then everyone knew that thing? Because because on Skate Kitchen it was like the banana was in the course.
Because it was just like, I don't know what it is. Like, because the thing is I drew it. And it was when we made the Instagram account. We were like, I was like, let me just put this as it. Like, this is a little sketch. Like, I don't even like draw. It's just funny that and then we put that, and then it just like, I was obsessed with bananas like summer 2016, because I don't know why. And I would just like post it all the time, and it just like became a thing, and then people noticed it, and then I was like, people noticed it. All right, let's just like roll with it.
Right.
And it's also just a cool fruit. Like it just looks. It's just yellow, and I also like, we like the color yellow, so it's like more.
But
green now. So.
But then with Betty, there's no bananas.
No.
So what happened?
I think we're trying to separate, part of like separating it from Skate Kitchen.
Right.
I think that's
Now, what's up, guys? Oh, you know what? I need to put myself. Hey. Hello. How you doing? Good. Nice to see you all. So I'm just going to talk to those in the chat real quick. That was the interview with Rachelle yesterday, and now I have the pleasure of sitting with Dede, Ajani, and Moonbear of Skate Kitchen / Betty. And they are live. I've got some questions for you guys. First of all, congratulations on season 2. That is super exciting. Well, chat's saying they can't hear us.
I'm working on it.
Hold on. Okay, we're working on it.
We're working on it.
Let's see, there's another chat.
How about that?
Can you hear us now? Hello? Testing. We hear the guy. Can you guys talk? Wait, I can't hear them now. Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Muted.
I think I see what the problem is.
Hey. Hello.
I can hear you. For some reason, Moonbear's mic is muted. Yay. Okay, well, I think we're close-ish. I don't know why Moonbear's mic won't unmute. Can't, because, Moonbear, you've chosen to mute yourself. That's fine. Okay, cool. Well, I think we're working now. Thank you, everyone, for dealing with our first show problems. Anyways, as I was saying, congratulations on season 2. That's super exciting.
Thank you. Thanks so much. It is very exciting. It's really great news to hear. Very grateful. I'm ready to embark on another journey.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys genuinely excited about taking this next step into being real TV stars?
Oh goodness.
Well, if you put it like that, I'm excited to keep sharing more stories and just uplifting voices that aren't easily heard, and working with my friends to make a great project. And I believe in all of our acting abilities. I believe in us. I think we can do it. I think we can be great.
Y'all are great.
Thank you.
I'm excited. I'm actually curious to see where the story is going to go next, because after the short film, after the movie, after the first season of the show, they're all kind of variations of a similar story. Now we get to see how it continues. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, I had a conversation with Crystal yesterday. We were talking about some ideas for the show and storyline and character development and stuff like that. Just really briefly. But we're looking forward to a lot of things, to making some really unexpected changes and more funny scenarios, but also still keeping it to real events that have happened in New York and to us. But, yeah.
For sure. I'm excited too. Well, we just played this interview with Rachelle, and before we get to some direct questions, I actually asked Rachelle yesterday to pass a couple things your direction, since we're kind of doing this broken up. And Moonbear, she had a question for you. What did the rest of the messages say? Oh, your mic's not on still, huh? It says that you need to do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The only thing I can suggest maybe is try logging out and logging back in. Well, no. Well, damn it. This is... Well, while we're trying to figure that out, I did get a message, Dede, that Virgil Abloh reached out and said that he was really excited about your show. He saw the advertisements for this show and was like, I love Betty.
Where?
Really?
Yeah, he DM'd us about it.
Who, you?
No, I'm just kidding.
Are you pulling my leg? Nah, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what are you talking about?
One of the things that I did talk with Rachelle about, though, and this was just kind of like telling them about my favorite memory, like kind of working with you guys on Skate Kitchen, was just hanging out in Crystal's apartment. Just kind of being there, and like you guys would just show up all the time, and I feel like it was always these like individual missions. Like sometimes it was as a group or in pairs, but like I would be on the couch and it was just like a rotating door.
It was. It definitely was. There were a lot of funny moments that happened there, and oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like, I never had like a real college experience, like the on-campus thing, but I felt like Crystal's couch was that college experience.
True.
Crystal is definitely like the pit stop, like, oh, I'm in the neighborhood, I'm skating from here to here, let me just stop by Crystal's house, get some snacks, charge my phone, do like workout videos with her, like watch whatever crazy video she's editing.
Yeah.
There was always something happening at Crystal's house. She's like, oh, cool, yeah, come over, I'm just doing this thing. And she'll literally say, I'm just doing this thing. And then you'll go over and it's something wacky, or she's like meditating, doing art therapy. Like, that's probably one of the only things I was missing from Betty, like, Crystal.
Yeah, I mean, she's always doing something. And Ajani, you're in LA now, but Dede, are you still going over there, or Moonbear? I'm gonna try to. Sorry, Moonbear. Eric, can you try to help Moonbear's audio? We're trying to figure out this. All right, sorry. We're gonna try to solve this problem.
We're gonna solve it. We're gonna solve it.
Are you going over there still?
No, I haven't been over there as much as I used to. Now that like I live alone and stuff like that, I have a cat to tend to.
Right.
And my cat needs me.
What's your cat's name?
My cat's name is Midnight.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah, he's all black. He's cool. He's chill. He be chilling at home. So between that and me having to take care of things at home now, I have to depend on myself. So I have to be home. So I have come to enjoy my time at home, and I just get stuck there. But I haven't been by Crystal's house in a while.
Sorry, trying to help Moonbear.
It's okay. I think the last time I was over there, I went to go drop off some ice cream to her that my uncle made.
Yeah.
We made Crystal came up with this idea to make turmeric ginger vanilla ice cream, and somehow it worked. And we went to go drop her off ice cream. She was very excited.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to try that ice cream. Are you making ice cream?
Yeah, my uncle and I, we were making ice cream. He has an ice cream machine here, so we just come up with flavors and we make it.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
So, and Johnny, you're in Los Angeles right now, right?
Yeah, I am.
Do you have any pets, roommates, any of that?
I have a roommate that has a dog, and I have a cat.
What's your cat's name?
Moonlight.
Wait, we got Midnight and Moonlight?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
I adopted this cat because my friend actually has moved back to Austria, and Moonlight is also all black. She's like, can you watch my cat? And so I was like, yeah, I'll watch your cat. She's like, for the summer. I was like, okay, I'll watch her for a couple months. But now, her visa situation is complicated, and the Trump administration hasn't been very helpful, so she can't come back for a while. So I guess I just she was like, you can keep my cat. I don't want to impose her, but now I have a cat.
So you kind of adopted this cat.
I adopted her, yes.
That's cool. I personally love cats. I like dogs too. Never owned a dog, but I did own a cat once. His name was Frazier. So this entire like kind of like concept of doing this talk show started out of like quarantine times, right? So it's the one question that I always kind of like to ask to like get an idea of what your quarantine experience has been like. And one of the things that I touched on with Rachelle was that like y'all had like one of the most unique quarantine experiences ever, because not only were you did you have to go through the same thing everybody else went through, but you also had a television show come out in the middle of all this stuff. So what was that experience like for you three? Or two if Moonbear can't talk. We're trying.
Okay, so we had to do it like this.
Oh,
that's what I was trying to say before.
Hey, it's working.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Oh! I thought she was answering the question.
You gonna answer the
she
question?
like came in all hot. She's like,
it's fine. So yeah. So quarantine experience. What did you do? What were you trapped? Were you like hanging out with people? Did you get really creative? Of course,
trapped. So quarantine has been really interesting. It's been nice to take a step back from everything and have time to breathe and stay alone. I've been social distancing but I've also been working on extremely kind of working on projects with my friends, especially like for the Black Lives Matter movement, making teams, taking part in this project. We organized like a couple of visuals and like healing sessions, so we gave people the space to like breathe, also be vulnerable and be emotional, which I feel like there's all these calls to action, but not enough calls for healing we need more than ever right now, especially in this like tumultuous time that we're in. So trying to stay busy and trying not to go like down the rabbit hole of like fear of the unknown and the future and anxiety.
Yeah. Have you been out marching?
Not often, but I have.
Wait, is everyone answering these, or is it like specifically Ajani?
It's for everybody. Well, the question was like, what was your quarantine experience first? Because I was pointing out that you guys had a very unique one in the sense that you had the same experience everybody else had, in the sense that we had to like do it, but you also had a television show come out in the middle of it.
Yeah. I was at home a lot. I was streaming a lot. And then I went out for a bit. And when the protests started happening, I went to one of them in New York. It was very peaceful. Like no one was getting like crazy with the cops or vice versa. And there were a lot of people cheering like in their cars and like from the hospitals. So that was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Mine consisted of riding a city bike here to my uncle's house. We would go and because he's always making food, so we would go and like donate it to the nursing home, like on his block. So we would go and like give it to like the people working there and some of the senior citizens, so they would be really happy. I would like come over in here and help him do that. We would do he would cook and then I would DJ sometimes over here. I've been exercising, but I also during all of that, it was a pretty unique experience because we were talking about Betty and working with this company called 42 West. They helped us with press and stuff like that. So they were a really dope team. Never got to meet any of them in person, but it was all through email. They were great. So we did a lot of really cool interviews, and we got to talk to a lot of cool people through email and stuff. So it was really interesting. But I'm grateful, I was even able to be home during a time like this, and not be too bad.
Did you guys learn anything new? Did you keep on skating?
That's hard.
I haven't
No.
been doing that much. I
Why
skate
not?
like once a week or something.
I mean, like I saw this video of someone who like shot this like 5-minute video of skating in Los Angeles at like peak quarantine, and it was like the entire city empty, and they could do anything, and it was almost beautiful to like watch because there wasn't all this stuff going on. They could really focus on the person and the sunset and the streets, So I would think, especially if you're kind of like stuck alone, like that might be an appealing time to like go. I mean, I can barely stand up. I can't even balance on a skateboard, so I didn't take the opportunity to like do it myself. But I know all of you.
It was an overwhelming time. Like I did not want to go outside and be like out. I don't know. It was just too much to go skate for the most part. And now I like kind of film like other people skating. But like March, April, I was not trying to skate outside. It was like, it just didn't feel like the same. And yeah, so I didn't do it. I just did like, I would use my electric skateboard and run errands, but I wouldn't go like skate just to skate.
One of the things that I do love about each of you is that you kind of have like you each have your own like specific like passion or like superpower in my opinion, and I broke your personalities down by Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle because I was like, because at first Moonbear, I was like, I saw you streaming earlier. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
well, she's the techie one because she always has a video camera. You're always like taping things. You're streaming, so you're obviously Donatello, like for sure. Because he's the like nerdy smart one. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in an awesome way. Dede, I know you DJ, and so like me, Raphael is like you got the attitude, you DJ, you're like out there doing stuff. Ajani, I see you as Michelangelo. You're like,
And why is that?
because you're like fun and creative and have a lot of personality. Rachelle, I see as Leonardo because she's more stoic, and Nina I see as Splinter.
Really?
The like old wise one.
I would not.
It's so funny.
So I mean, like
No, definitely. Nina's definitely a talking master rat. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it kind of suits her, She can have the kimono on and the cane. And the cane can be her skateboard.
The long beard, like her hair wrapped around the long beard.
Totally.
Strokes it all day, and she has like a rat on her shoulder. Tony Alva telling her the secrets, like in her ear.
So I mean, like outside of the show, have you guys been keeping up with all that stuff? I mean, like maybe tell the audience more about these like sides of you that aren't just like this skater girl thing that everybody sees, because I love that like each of you kind of has these lives and things that you do outside of that is like very you, that is like your personalities. Why don't you go first, Moonbear?
I think like based on like me streaming and my vlogs, people can see the other side of me, because like my vlogs are like personal and my live streams, like you can't really like put on a front on a live stream. You can, but that's like a lot of work because you don't stream for like 15 minutes, you stream for like hours.
Yeah.
So I think that is a way that people see like me besides like skating.
Ajani?
I guess, yeah, I don't know. We didn't talk about this in the show, but there's like little hints dropped of like within Indigo's wardrobe and stuff. Like I watch a lot of anime, and I've been playing video games. So I just got on Fantasy 10 for my Switch, and I've just been playing that nonstop. And Moonbear came and visited me on Animal Crossing, and we had a good day, and she brought me flowers to my island. And Jules, I also like meet up with Jules on Animal Crossing a lot, and we have play dates from other sides of the country. And on that note, also I was learning like things even before quarantine started, like January, I started learning Japanese, and I've just been doing that now I have the time to focus on it, and I've already watched so much anime. Just like it's been sticking. I'm very happy about that.
Amazing. Have you been to Japan yet?
Yeah, I actually went a couple times with skate.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that actually.
Yeah.
Dede?
You said, what do I do outside of this, right?
Yeah, Superstar DJ.
He doesn't do.
You said besides DJing?
No, I just said Superstar DJ.
Oh, yeah, DJing. I've been doing French. Ajani and I think she started doing Japanese and I started doing French kind of, I don't know, this time before quarantine was happening. What else? We're in a book club.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. What are you guys reading?
Asada.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Asada Shaker, and we actually organized this like black with a couple people from high school whom I haven't spoken with in a long time. So my friend Janelle hit me up today. She was like, I want to do this like photo shoot project, and then it ended up being a whole like collective hive mind situation. She was like, I want to do a book club, I want to educate people. And so we've been reading Asada, and we had our first meeting a couple days ago, and it was so great and beautiful and amazing, and so many like so much good energy being circulated through my computer screen. I was really happy about it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, really good.
So some questions here before we get to the fan cues, because we do have some fan questions that we collected before, but just some quick basics about the show. So what has been your personal reaction to now Betty kind of being out and seeing the world's reaction to it?
My personal reaction to Betty.
Yeah.
Now that it's out. Well, it's pretty crazy when I still think about it. I think about it a lot, like almost every day. Like, wow, I have a show that I'm on, the same network that Issa Rae is on, the same network that Mark Ruffalo is on, the same network, like all these people. I'm like, geez, man. So
yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Like hits me in my face every day. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like trying to make sure that I'm preparing myself for everything to come, everything that's to come, and just make sure we're doing what we need to do so next season can be really good. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I kind of feel like almost as if it's not happening. Like it took me until the week of the finale. I went to my friend's house and I saw it on the TV because I just watched it on my computer and I have to like television to the TV
Right.
helped put into my head like, oh, we have a television show
Right.
that we made. It's about us. Like it's insane, but also like being so stagnant in the sense that like what all of the things and expectations we had and plans we had regarding them just changed and they had to transform. There's the dog.
What's up, doggy?
Like fireworks, throwing up fireworks in the neighborhood. Well, actually, all over LA now. From 10 a.m. I just don't understand what's going on.
We're talking about personal reactions.
I was just, it really like Moonbear scenes really emotional, and seeing them on TV. Like I watched them on my computer, but watching them on the TV, I started tearing up. I was like, Moonbear. It was so beautiful.
Thank you.
And like just not having any acting experience and being able to like make me emotional through the television. I was like, you guys are so good. My friends are so good.
Yeah, all you guys did such an incredible job. Sorry, Moonbear, if you want to answer it too.
Oh, it's been crazy who has reached out to me during this. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with everything with that.
That's good. I mean, like one of the most incredible things for like me while it was going on was just like all these friends of mine that were discovering you for the first time. Like they didn't even know that we had worked on the movie and that kind of stuff. Like they were just like, have you seen this show Betty? And I was like, oh yeah, of course.
Like I
was like,
I know them.
Fucking great. But I just like that passion that I feel like we all went through on the movie, and then it was finally on the level that it should have been, you know, and people saw it and they got to get to know you, and they got to see Crystal's work and just kind of come into this like world. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this question too. I also asked Rachelle this, but where does the real you end and the fictional you begin? Like, do people know you from watching these show? And do you want there to be so much similarity, or do you want season 2 to like veer off course more?
All right, so for me, they got to know a younger version of Moonbear, and with season 2, I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but I think they'll get more Moonbear and Honeybear.
All right.
For me, I feel like people got to meet Janae a little bit more. There are still some things that there's still some qualities that she has that I don't necessarily have, that continued from the movie into the show. But then also going forward, I've just been wanting to, so sorry, one second. I'm sorry.
Working inside.
Okay.
He's like, anyways. Yeah, season 2 going forward, I've been wanting to add more to Janae and just build the dynamic of her character, and push it a little bit further away from Dede.
Yeah.
So that me personally, but we are very similar, but not the same.
I think so. Quite different from Dede. Her mannerisms, but I feel like those going to become her own thing, just like sprinkles of things.
Ajani, I think you need to move closer. It's really quiet.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, it's much better.
Right there. Okay. How about now?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is really different from me, so I'm excited to see how she develops, and I feel like she's just because just the background and everything, she's so different from me. So I feel like she's going to really veer off from like who I am, and there's just going to be sprinkles of me, and like she's just going to be inspired by me. But I don't really think she represents who I am.
Right. So it's so interesting to be like living it too, right? Like there's like you're all acting and you're all great at it, and you could go on and do that in other roles, but there's a version of you, your introduction to the world is also you. So it's I don't know, I think it's fascinating. So
Thank you.
Of course. So before we move into some fan questions, I just want to bring up that you mentioned earlier partaking in some of the Black Lives Matter stuff, and we talked about the marches. Today is Juneteenth. And so like while I have all of you here, I kind of wanted to ask if you wanted to talk about what that means to you, and if there was anything that you wanted folks to know.
Well, I would say that I didn't know too much about it until like a few years ago, and I think it's interesting how much attention is getting now because of what's going on.
Yeah.
And today has been kind of interesting. Like, people have been sending me money because of what today is, and I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens next year, because I don't know. Like, I think what's happening now is like a start, but I don't think people realize that we have to like keep going basically forever.
For sure.
And like, yeah, I'm not sure like what's gonna happen, and I think I'll be better prepared next year because there's a lot going on this year.
Yeah, and oh, sorry, Dede.
No, it's okay. Yeah, same. I mean, I understand what Juneteenth is and what it represents. I think it's something that is so, it means so much, but it's also like, again, I had mentioned today that it wasn't a holiday or something that I celebrated or that was really acknowledged by the people around me. So I had heard of it. It'd been mentioned to me, but it wasn't anything that was like hers to celebrate. But now I'm very grateful that, you know, there's been an influx of awareness on both ends, you know, for white people, and then also, you know, just giving that space for making that space for Black people, to really explore who we are and understand where we come from. So it's a lot. This is something it's not new, but it's still something new at the same time, because there's so much that we don't know about ourselves because of just how history has been erased. So I'm grateful to be a part of what's going on right now. I don't always, in the beginning, I was like, dang, am I not doing something because I'm not posting about it? But this is something that I am a part of and that I live and that I've been speaking through in my artwork and that I've been trying to explore throughout the years. So, it's like, no, I don't need to have that pressure. I just need to keep doing what I've been doing and just make more of an effort to educate myself. And yeah, so it's really great. I'm happy to be here.
Juneteenth is, for those of you guys on here that don't know, the day that kids got their freedom. It's not the official day because I think they waited 2 months to tell people, start disseminating the news that slavery is now abolished.
Johnny, you're quiet again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So this was the day slaves got their freedom, and I actually didn't know too much about it until recently, and I just don't think there was an emphasis on this holiday, especially growing up, and I'm not sure why, but it wasn't, nationally celebrated until this year. And I think we've got a lot of work to do, and I'm glad that, finally, these issues are getting the attention they deserve, especially considering the fact that us, Skate Kitchen and our agency to do what we love to do, skateboarding, and what I love skateboarding, because the women how to skate and empower women in these ways, that's such a blessing, and I don't know, very important. Protecting Black lives is radical action, like us being alive and doing, following our dreams and following our passions. That's radical action as well. Black lives are precious and important, and I don't think there's enough emphasis on that in our country.
Yeah. I mean, it's just wild to me that it's even an argument. I don't know. It's something that I feel very passionately about, but very awkward talking about. I just want to be as supportive as myself and what my company can be. So, I think that, obviously the fight is just starting, and I think even now this year, and especially the fight has to continue. It's not just about these 2 or 3 weeks. This year has to build, has to push through November. People have to vote. And I would say the last few times that we've been through this cycle, that's kind of been the big failure. People haven't gotten out there, and and it's not one or the other, it's all of it. If you want real change, if you want substantial change, if you just don't want to change with someone just saying yeah, we're going to do this one thing, no more chokeholds. Well, okay, great. Yeah, no one wanted that in the first place, but how about no fucking systemic oppression too? And that takes all of us taking that responsibility of buying into aspects of the system in order to change it, as well as marching, as well as fighting, as well as making music and art and tweeting and posting and speaking and having the awkward conversations where you need to, and learning. I mean, Like I posted something on Instagram a couple days ago, and Moonbear wrote and was like, do you know where that source is from? And it's like, and it was the right question to ask that I didn't ask, because I saw something that made me mad and I reacted to it, and I think it's good that as friends, as allies, and even as strangers that we're asking those questions and having those conversations and going out there and doing stuff, and actually putting in the effort to make a change. Anyways, I thank you guys for talking to me about that, and Moonbear, feel free to call me out anytime.
Okay.
I am here for it. So why don't we get to some fan questions?
Okay.
All right, cool. So
I feel like your background is great. I feel like you would have like what is it called? Drops. I feel like you have buttons with different drops on them. Do you have that?
we do, but I don't have them programmed into this section.
Oh, okay. I just can see it. Like you just hit the button and it's just perfect.
I was
I
was trying to program in all the Skate Kitchen GIFs so I could like pull those up, but because we're using this program to like talk, I can't do that stuff on this screen. I have to go into a different program. We're figuring all this shit out. Like honestly, like my COVID quarantine hobby was building a television studio.
Yeah.
Our whole office, like I didn't see another person for 2.5 months. So I'm a single person. I live by myself. I have an office, but all my employees were like working at home. So I didn't see anybody. I mean, I would go to the grocery store every now and then. I go for like walks. So I just had all this time, and I was like, well, what can we do? What can I do now? We've always been live streaming and into like creating stuff. So we just started doing all these shows, and then we're like, well, this shit's kind of working. Like people are like watching these things. So we're like, well, let's like, no one's paying us to do anything right now. Nothing is happening anywhere in the world. So I just put in all my chips. Like, let's start a fucking television network now. That's what we're doing. I mean, and maybe we'll go out of business in a month, or maybe we will fucking sell some TV shows of our own. You never know.
I mean, I think you can definitely sell some TV shows.
Yeah,
maybe.
I agree.
No. I'm telling you, I see it.
All right. Well, thank you. I would be honored to have a television show that would be anywhere near the if I could get close to the bottom rung of the incredible show that you guys made, that would be like goal one. Fan questions. I wish I had a button right now that said fan questions on the screen. Okay, so how long have you guys been friends?
I guess it's been 4 years. When did I meet Dede?
So you guys met around like with the short film.
Yeah. I met Dede before that though. A little bit before that, a few months or something like that. Maybe a year. I don't know. I met Ajani like right when we were filming.
That's interesting. So you guys got kind of just like thrown in this adventure together. Like you kind of knew of each other, and now you're like.
Well, I knew Rachelle and Nina and Brandon and Jules. Right. It's just Ajani that I didn't know yet.
I went to high school with Dede, so I knew her a couple years before we did that one day.
Yeah.
And also Nina went to high school with us, but I hadn't met Brand or Jules and Moonbear or Rachelle until Crystal met them.
I actually met the twins before everyone thinking about it now. I met the twins I met Brennan Jules at, sorry, because I think it's rude that I keep calling them the twins. Because in my mind, I'm just like, the twins. Brennan Jules. I met them
Maybe they
at
are
the
twins.
audition. I met them at the audition for my school, for LaGuardia. So, like, we were all auditioning, and it was, like, nobody knew each other. But I was like, oh, these girls look cute. They look cool. I don't know anyone here. I'm kind of nervous. So let me talk to them. They were really nice. And then, yeah.
Here we are. Okay, next question. How long have you been skating?
Since 2005.
All right, that's a long time.
I don't know if I'm skating. 15.
Like 2015, like 5 years ago.
All right.
6 years ago, maybe.
I started skating in middle school. So I was in, what grade was I? Maybe like 7th.
That was like 3 years ago?
Nah, I wish. I think it was like maybe like 2012.
All right, yeah, 2-3 years ago. What I wish I had is sound effects buttons.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that would be funnier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta put you on to tech, to some new tech for streaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
All
you
right.
can do all that.
Well, let's post stream. You and I should connect and trade tips. Next question. Any new characters in season 2? I mean, is season 2 even written yet? Like, do you even know the answers to these questions? Probably not.
It's bacon. It's bacon.
In the words of Moonbear, not disclosure.
Is the series based on how you met in real life? No.
No.
Because
no, it's not. The series is not. It's a spinoff of the movie.
Yeah.
So it was expanded and stuff. And
someone just asked, how did you receive the news that Betty had been renewed?
I got a phone call.
Who called me? Was it Crystal?
It had to be.
was it Crystal?
She called me.
Yeah.
You call me. And I was like, news, you say? Ma'am, what kind of news? And then I called and she's like, yeah, we got Betty. She was FaceTiming me from the beach with Rachelle. And it's windy. Rachelle's just screaming at me like, ah!
That's exciting.
Crystal called all of us.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't try to call all of you at the same time.
She could have tried, I guess. We're all in quarantine, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Next time.
All right. Fave thing about New York City and fave skating spot in New York City.
This is hard. Favorite skating spot is skating down Broadway. That's the avenue in New York City. It's just so good, especially when there's no one there. Like, it'd be good to skate it right now, actually, but that's kind of tricky to do, like, because I haven't been taking the train anywhere. So yeah, but favorite spot, I can't really think about that. Like, there's a lot of good spots that are low key, and I like to keep them low key.
It's top secret.
Yeah.
I know Nina's favorite spot.
Well, okay. Well, what's your just favorite thing about New York?
I guess it's the way that you can meet people.
Yeah, all right.
It's pretty crazy. I don't think it really happens anywhere else because other places are more like spread out. And then in New York, you kind of have to be together. Well, before Corona, you have to kind of be on the train or at a spot or like waiting for something, and everything's like together. And then you end up seeing somebody and they're like, hey, and then you vibe. And then that could be someone you like are close with for like years.
Yeah.
I like the spontaneity of New York. Like, Moonbear was saying, you can just go somewhere and meet somebody, but also like you meet those people. They're like, yeah, I'm on my way to this thing, to this art show, or I'm on my way to this music show, or I'm on my way to whatever. You just find yourself getting into lots of different adventures on any given any given moment. Like,
Yeah. You know, that's the thing that I miss most about the old world. You know, like pre pre quarantine. You know, it's just serendipity, just like running into someone. You know, it's like there's been like, I guess, like 3 major like social changes that I've noticed. One is that like all the bullshit's gone. Like you're not talking to anyone that you don't want to talk to. Like no one is like tapping you on the shoulder, asking you random questions. You're not talking to the bartender. You're not talking to the door guy. You're not talking to anyone. You know, like there's no random conversations. Like everything is.
I had one yesterday. It was really bad.
Yeah, I had one today, and I was just like,
well, now it's changing. Now it's changing because people are going outside a bit, right? But for a while, like everything was intentional. But which was also nice because, like, you know, I had a lot more genuinely like just special conversations, and I was taking time to spend with people one-on-one. The second thing is that globally everyone was the same distance apart. Yeah. You know, it's like your face to your phone was the same as your neighbor as if someone was in Paris or Japan or like wherever. So like all my global friends became like a big part of my life because distance didn't matter. But you're missing chance. You're missing those like meeting someone on the street, going on an adventure, falling in love, having fun, like let's go see a movie, let's just go to the park and hang. Like that doesn't happen, you know. And like as I said earlier, like I didn't really see anyone for like two and a half months, and the thing that broke that, like I went to a coffee shop, and as I was walking into the coffee shop, a friend of mine was walking out. I hadn't seen him since prior. And we just like talked to each other for like 30 minutes. And the next day I woke up and I felt like so much better. And we called each other, and I was like, that was amazing. Like just, I saw someone that I like didn't expect to see. Like that's so crazy. You know, it's like, it's weird as a human, like how much you miss that. And I think as like creative people, like we need that, you know, like we need to experience the unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was a really big reset, so I hope we could all come back right after this and, you know, do things a little bit differently, take a chance.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Couple quick things. Biggest lesson learned from Crystal.
Dang, this one is too hard. I don't know.
Everything, all of life.
You can make whatever you want happen. She be making it happen, yo.
Yeah. She be getting stuff done.
No, you can't take mine. You gotta come up with one.
The biggest thing I learned from Crystal was to just trust the universe. She said that to me a lot.
What'd she say?
Trust.
Ajani, we need you closer.
What'd she say?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Am I close enough now? Crystal tells me to trust the universe a lot, and she does a little dance with it. You just gotta trust. Like, you just gotta let it flow, let it happen.
It's so her.
You got there?
Are you planning to act post Betty?
If the right opportunity comes along, yeah, I'm going to try to take it.
That precisely.
Pay me.
Yes, I have been. I've been doing a lot of work with my coach and stuff. So yes.
That's exciting.
word.
Was it hard to transition to acting?
When you say transition, I don't. It's just.
Well, the first
It's
time.
just hard. It's like you have to do things even if you don't want to do them because like that's the scene. So I would say it is difficult when it's just like certain things where there's certain like emotions that are harder to like just do, or like you don't realize you're gonna do it and it just happens. It's I don't know. It was very challenging, I'd say, like shooting Betty, but in a good way.
I think for me, transitioning into acting, kind of like between the movie and Betty, we kind of got into a groove and things just started flowing really well and picking up really well. But you know, it comes a time where it's like you do, like Moonbear said, you do have to do things that are challenging and you know work through them, and some may be harder than others. And for me personally, I felt like acting was therapeutic in a way. It really helped my confidence and get me out of my head because I've been here.
Feel that. What is the best worst memory of filming?
Wait, what?
What
like,
is the
I mean both, right?
What is the best or worst part of filming?
The worst part is filming at late hours when you want to go to sleep. I didn't like that. Oh man.
Best
I
part's
think
craft
the best
service.
part-
Sorry.
The best part of filming for me was when Angelica would come and knock on my door and tell me it was lunchtime. I miss Angelica. Angelica watching me from She always had a new manicure. She had her braids done. I miss her. She was great.
Yeah. I wonder if she went to the UK. She's supposed to.
Oh, and Leo being on set, our little producer man. Baby Leo. Our friend had a baby for backstory for everybody else. Our friend Leah, who helped produce Kate Kitchen and Betty, and is now an executive producer, boss lady.
Okay,
So this is where I need the air horn.
I know. Yeah, she would bring her baby to set, and the best.
Someone in the chat asked which scene took the most takes.
I don't know because we didn't always have the same days, but individually, I don't know because I don't remember.
Mine was the scene. It was a scene with Farouk, and so the scene that we shot, it was the longest scene in the whole show. They said it took like 17 minutes every time we filmed it, or like longer, and it was definitely longer. And every take was like 20, 30 minutes long.
Whoa, it's so long.
We had to do it like 9, 10, 11. She's like, no, we got it. We're just gonna do it again. We have time. Like, we're just gonna do it again. Different angle. It's fine. Oh my goodness. I memorized all those lines. Like, I think I still have them memorized in my head. How many times I said them that day.
Actually, I remember. Oh, I'm sorry, Ajani.
Oh, go on.
I remember which scene we shot the most, but it's kind of
What, at the park? Is that what you're thinking about?
At the park. In Ash's bedroom.
Oh, Ash's bedroom. This is when you need sound effects, Frankie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh.
I think that was when we did the most takes. Crystal was having a real fun time with that one.
I can't imagine.
I mean, that doesn't sound too bad though.
I'm not going to say that it was bad.
Oh, goodness. I'm not going to say that it was bad.
Uh-oh.
I'm not
How much of the dialogue was scripted?
Majority of it.
Yeah.
Were you guys ad living at all?
Oh, yeah, we were, definitely were. I mean, this is how it works. Like the whole thing is written out. We have all the scenes. We do one take on script, and then Crystal will see how it feels going off a little bit. So we'll like alternate, but for the most part, the whole thing is scripted and on script.
Yeah.
Last couple ones are not about the show. So first, who is your fashion inspiration?
Man, I don't have one. I just like to do what I like to do.
Good tip. Dede, Johnny, fashion inspo.
Killua from Hunter x Hunter. And Trunks.
Jeez. That's a hard question for me. I feel like I have one. Oh, maybe
Is it
Solange.
Virgil Abloh?
Jesus Christ.
Is it that woman in the painting behind you?
Yeah, her too.
Is it your uncle?
She's pretty fierce. Let's just say Solange. I really like her. Even though, like, she got a whole team and, like, she comes up with concepts and shit. But I like how they execute stuff. Like,
For sure. Always tasteful.
yeah.
Next question is related. Where do you get your outfits from? Like, do you got, like, go-to stores, outlets?
Nah, I don't. I like the clothes I've had for years. There's some outfits or some pieces I've had for 10 or more years that I like to wear. And I don't really buy clothes. The last time I bought a shirt or two was last summer. Because, like, when Rachelle picked it out, she's like, this is so you. And I was like, you're right. It was a Barney shirt. And it was a shirt that said, my grandma is a realtor. She sells the American dream. Like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I wear a lot of clothes like my friends make or paint on or experiment with. My roommate likes to make like modified clothes and experiment with clothes, and like all of my friends are artists. You know, it's like, hey, Johnny, you want this shirt that I made? I was just, testing it out or something, or I made this thing. Stores I go to, I don't know. When I started going to college, I vowed to myself I wouldn't spend money on clothes anymore because then student loans gonna be hitting.
True.
I gotta save up. So I've just been saving money for the most part. That's why I do love to wear clothes my friends need because of like the sentimental value.
For sure.
But no, it's important for me to rep all my friends.
Definitely.
I enjoy going to thrift stores. I enjoy going to one in particular. It's called Search and Destroy. I think my friend's parents own it. Why are you saying that?
We could talk about it later.
Oh my god, I feel like every
Sound effect time. Man, you guys really make me want these sound effects right now.
And then Yeah, thrift stores, and I don't know. My uncle gives me old T-shirts and stuff.
So someone's asking in the chat if there's going to be Betty merch.
Who said that? I don't see that.
Depressed Planets.
I mean, we are Skate Kitchen, so we're not making the Betty merch. But if HBO wants to put that out there,
you'd be dead.
You know, I want to say HBO did a really good job sourcing,
oh yeah,
artists and stuff to make the product and merch for the show. It was really good, and I'm kind of upset that I can't buy any of it because my mom wanted one, and she don't have one.
Yeah, good point. Last question. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just asking, what did Dede's mom want?
Oh, she wanted a hoodie.
Oh, yeah, my dad wanted one too, but mine doesn't.
Yeah, you can't get those anywhere.
And the bag that I designed, I hope everyone tie-dyed them, drew all over them.
I didn't do mine yet. I should do that this weekend.
I want to unbox my stuff. I didn't unbox it. I got to do it on camera.
You know, I don't want to mention it.
I got my skateboard hanging right there. My Unity Betty skateboard.
I still have my kitchen skateboard.
Lit.
Me too. I didn't skate it.
Wait, did I get the movie one? I need to get one. I don't think I have the movie board.
I've got two. You can have one.
Okay.
Wow, that's so nice of you.
Deal.
I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about this.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more. There's still more somewhere.
I don't know. There's only a few made.
Oh no, they really only made a few. Like they really made a few.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might have one and I don't realize it, but I feel like I don't have one. I would know where it is.
Last two questions. Someone wanted to know who your favorite bands are.
Oh shoot! So off the bat, King Princess, Mindless Self-Indulgence.
Oh whoa!
And Tame Impala.
It's a range.
Is King Princess a band?
Well, music artist, you know. Yeah.
I say Gorillaz is mine. It's always been mine for a
Who?
while.
Really?
Gorillaz.
Oh yeah, Gorillaz are great.
They got this whole new visual audio thing that they're doing now on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. They're taking charge.
It's Damon Albarn that does the Gorillaz. He's a music artist in like the 90s, and like this is his project. Like the Gorillaz is cool.
Yeah, he used to be in a band called Blur.
Yeah.
That was his old band, who are also great. I was in high school when Blur came out, so. Old. Ajani?
I don't really have favorite bands. I've been listening to Herbie Hancock and like Fantasia and My Chemical Romance. I'm just listing things that I listened to today. I love Bunny. I've been listening to him too. And Aventura, I love reggaeton. I've been playing mad reggaeton, pretending I'm in Brooklyn with my Puerto Rican flag on my head.
That's fair.
Yes, that's it for now that I can think of.
Final fan question. Tips for skating solo.
You just gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Set goals for yourself.
That's skating to do actually, because there's no one else there that you gotta worry about.
Yeah, so you just go.
Yeah.
Well, that was an easy question. We're out of questions.
Or play skate with yourself. I actually was skating the other day, and I met this boy that was also skating. He was skating a 9-inch board doing heel flips. First of all, he was like, "Let's play skate," and I was like, "You want to play skate with me?" Okay. And he made me feel good about. He was like, "I don't got those tricks. I can't do that." I was just like. It's like the first time in my life anybody's ever said that to me. They're like, "Oh, you got some tricks."
That's pretty awesome.
It'll happen one day for all you guys that's starting out. You know, it takes time and effort. It don't come naturally. I mean, some people does naturally, but
Yeah.
it takes work. You gotta learn how to fall. Like, that's a big part of skating. And just keep getting up and don't be controlled by fear. Like, you gotta drive off that fear and use it as energy.
I was really into skating up until I was 7.
And what happened?
Someone stole my skateboard, and I was like, I'm not good enough to care about this thing.
Oh my god!
That's so rude.
Like, my knees were always scraped up. Like, I was doing it all the time, but I just, even at 7, I knew I wasn't destined for the board. Well, this is everything. You can go enjoy your night now.
Gosh,
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I hope to see you in the real world again one day soon.
I hope so too. But like worst case, let's be in touch. I'll be following all you guys on social media. I've
been got.
What?
I have your number too.
That's right. You can text me. We're in the same town, so
I know.
But we can go on like social distance walks and stuff.
Fantastic.
Before we go, does anyone else stream besides Moonbear?
I don't stream, but I watch them. I have a Twitch account.
You ain't streaming on your Twitch account? What's going on?
No, I've got a nice background. Gotta get a green screen.
Nah, you don't need that. I just got one today just to flex.
It's cheap. It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, you can just do it.
You can totally
All
do
right,
it.
I'm not a streamer. Baby goat 666.
You should.
All right,
you
put it
should
in
do
the chat though.
It's a
so
whole
they can
new
follow
frontier. Yeah, everyone follow Moonbear. Everyone follow Ajani. Dede, you're if you don't got one yet, you're more than welcome to come on our show and DJ anytime.
Oh, thanks. That'd be cool.
Of course.
Oh, my keyboard went to sleep. Can't even type in the chat.
Uh-oh. Well, yours was what? Moonbear what?
It's the same as my Instagram. Moonbear died here.
Bam. All right. Well, thank you guys. For those still watching, I'm going to cut to some other stuff and bye.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
To the wide. And what's up, guys? That was the cast of Betty, HBO's Betty, also Skate Kitchen. We're almost done with the show here. I'm going to cut to this screen. I'm still learning how to do this for the first time. And tomorrow, as you can see, I'll be DJing on Twitch as well every Saturday night. Club IHC, please tune in. And also, we got some cool new IR Comics merch. There's a link in the chat. You should check it out. We got face masks. And tune in tomorrow, Club IHC. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. And that's it. Thank you. How do I get out of here?